Well, hello everyone, welcome back to PlayFrame and to Pyre and space. Ever so briefly, for I believe we have a very pink destination. Lou, the vernal star. The vernal star burns bright over the densest woods in Black Basin. It is always just one star we can go to, right? I think so. And it is interesting that there are a bunch of other stars that are visible and labeled as if, like, they could be destinations down the road, or they might just be flavor. But no. Pink star. The Glade of Lou, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. Glade of Lou being, according to the stars, the place where the next right's going to be. So, in case you hadn't guessed already, the great sap scholar Lou Sklorian here vanquished the root titan, limbless Arazak. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood, he entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. Hooray! At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. But before we continue... Good, I thought you might be in here. You and something else may be belonging to you, like this. Your moonshine? Why did you bring this in the wagon? Kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion, or a very bad one. Either case. Well, welcome to the wagon. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your little band. Pamitha being, in case you forgot over the weekend, an outcast of the Winged High Wing Remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. I don't know why, she seems great. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, the lack of confidence which you related to that nice Hedwyn boy, it's understandable you'd not see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I've business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we Harps have a saying, liars abound. Harps being the winged race also known as the High Wing Remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. They're as coarse as their feathers, they hold themselves superior, says the Archjustice Androboles IX. She swoops away before you can respond. She'll warm up to me. You know, it is the start of a new session, and I can just sort of sense the rust on me. Before even getting into a match, let me go do a warm-up real fast, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, that helped. I feel a little better. A little more warmed up, but we'll see. Anywho. We got a journey to continue. The Sulphur Main, a precarious path leading toward the woods. Lone Minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. Unknown areas, though. Not really a choice then. All right. Off we go. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jadariel is not pleased. First that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jadariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes toward Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. Don't know why I said forked so weird there, twice, but it is what it is. Sounds fancier that way. Flamberg lands on a northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocked with seething fissures. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here. Or Glass Peak lands to the east of Wakingwood, riddled with black crags. Pamitha says she can procure a talisman here, and... well, you're new to the group, let's make you feel welcome. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you toward a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Pamitha found a fairy spirit. Should come in useful. After bearer banishes an adversary, spawn a moondrop, which briefly grants them infinite stamina. Up to 1 moondrop per 10 seconds. Seems pretty cool. I like it. Thank you. Okay. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling. He ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rites beckon, and the rites take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes 2 possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Dang. Bigger place to explore in general. Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here. And Greymoor contains the grandest trees in all the Wakingwood. Sandalwood once resided there. I could go for a grand tree. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive, for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Oh dear. Well, we can go here now at least. Burnt Grove. Ashen grounds amid Wakingwood. Shay seems drawn to this location for some reason. Or the Underthicket. The southern path through Wakingwood. The Imp Tizo seems to wish to go towards this location. Tough choice, but we haven't let Shay pick in a bit. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jodariel, you say? And who am I to say no? You call upon me for some purpose, my reader? You called me! Scribe trial is what it's time for, I think. But first, how are you? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I've been imprisoned here? Sandra's asking you to guess the duration of her exile. Let's see. Sandra appears rather youthful. Surely her incarceration could not have been that long. Maybe 1 year? Or 10 years? Perhaps Sandra's been trapped within the Beyonder Crystal for a long time already. Maybe 100 years. Sandra could have been imprisoned for much longer than her appearance suggests. Or even 1,000. Maybe guessing at an absurd number might do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. Yeah, let's see. Just saying a year would probably sound condescending. And certainly not be true. She seems like she's been around a good bit longer than that. Why not? Let's swing for the fences. 1,000 years? You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. Wow, honestly closer than I thought we were going to be. According to my count, at least. It is possible I've lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you I've had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long it's been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Goodness. My needs seem rather trivial in comparison, but I'll take a scribe trial anyway. Of course, reader. You need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. Well, I got one option, so let me think about it. Okay, you. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodariel, and you have a glowing name again for some reason. Sandra the Unseeing. She is an apparition from the age of Emperor Solium Mur, who pursued him in his exile. So I did occasionally wonder why certain names would start kind of like glowing again, even though I was pretty sure we'd already like read them. But it seems like their description updates as you get more information. That's cool. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that's not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Lessons! With our assistant coach, Orb. What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You're good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you're old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she's right. Sandra, you're a lot braver than me. Or you're feeling mighty safe in your orb. Long respawn time's not going to help us on this one. Gonna have to be a little bit more tactical. I do have like a big... Having this big aura does mean that I can sort of like stand guard over the orb for a long time. Without actually collecting it, so my aura is still there guarding it. It's kind of a neat defensive option, even though they can try to blast me out of it. Ooh, too fast for me though. Not quite as viable a strategy as I assumed. Time to go. Oh boy. Did not... I keep forgetting that this text and stuff on the ground is actually a barrier of sorts. Ah. Well, at least that moon crest is getting me back on the field sooner. Nope. Try again. Move. Move. Ah, so close. Y'all are going to be real hard to score on. Gotcha. Gotcha again. Points for me. One more and we got this nonsense. Boy, there are 3 of them though. Ow. Oh boy. Oh, dang it. Mooncrest, thank you. No to both of you. Haha. Jody win. Beautiful. I was a little worried there. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I'm never satisfied, Demon. However, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. She's so proud. Well done, Jody. We have impressed the orb. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You've received Solium's Horn for completing the trial. Jodario casts her aura farther and faster than usual, plus 15%. Oof. I've been liking that moon crescent thing, but these, like, custom character-specific ones, hard to turn down. Let's see. Let's get you this, and let's say this one for you. And why not? There we go. Still haven't used this. But we've been, like, hanging in there pretty well so far. And every new character we get in the roster starts at, like, nothing, so I don't mind sitting on it a little longer. No need to rush. We haven't lost yet. Anyway, we had some ashes to sift through. He was here! He was here! You mean sandalwood. If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Shay produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest, until you see a message carved onto the inside. She found a bark strip. Must mean something. We could sell it. For one, a sturdy strip of bark. On it is written, "Come to Cinderroot. S." Oh. I mean, sure. So it's some kind of message from this sandalwood guy. Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? Which is, what? A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lu. Grounds well traveled by saps knowledgeable in the rites. Saps, huh? It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Big day coming up. Yes, what do we do? You know, let's get our newest member a bit of a boost in rank. You get mentored. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. You sit down with Pamitha to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense she is beginning to understand. That's better. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. And now we can start choosing masteries. Okay. While flying, she moves faster than usual. Very tempting. I mean, that's pretty good. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamitha moves 30% faster than usual. Definitely like the faster flying more. I almost forgot. Let's see. Wings of the Matriarch. Rites masteries enhancing a harp's swiftness and mobility. When Triesta Tithys led her people to the mountains, they began to train themselves in new ways to survive. Ways of the High Wing. Rites masteries enhancing a harp's aggressive capabilities. The High Wing were nearly destroyed after Saint Triesta left them. Those who remained grew strong. But, okay, other abilities include can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. After saluting her adversaries, which I still really need to remember to try, Pamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Ooh. And Pamitha permanently gains +8 quickness, making her move much faster. Or, while casting her aura, Pamitha can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. If Pamitha is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as usual. And Pamitha permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Wow. That is a tough pick. But I do think I like focusing on her mobility. Yeah. It is a strange sensation, to be sure, though it gives you a moment to reflect. Good job, new recruit. No one's in here, right? Okay, had to make sure. Continue journey. Oh, I'll do it. A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. You have reason to suspect the informant Sandalwood may have come through here. Very curious to see them. Sorry, needed a sip of tea already. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again, the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then, something startles the little imp Tizo. Very startled and grumpy. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. Saps being tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. They look cool. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wulfred Sandalwood. The lone minstrel's client, Headwind's informant, and leader of the Nightwings. Oh. Hey, boss. It has been too long, Wulfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you're free to go. I trust you've been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. We could insist on staying. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. We could bid everyone farewell. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. After all, you can tell that you're no longer wanted. Or we could just shut up. This can't be happening. To have come this far, only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. Kind of feel like we're the real sap here. I kind of like to keep the playthrough going, though. The patrons worked so hard. I think I'll stay. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Welcome to the team? Boss? The vibe is now weird. Welcome, though. You're lucky we found your bark message. I feel like there have to be better methods of communication. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lugh, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Slug, Mart. Ooh, and a page. Much to do. Oh, hey, you guys, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise we opened here just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return. Right. Once per right, if the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored by 5. Stardust. Might as well keep these coming. Yes, please. I feel like I should be adding these to my collection at some point, but I don't know if I like any of them as much as the ones I have. And that one entices me, but expensive. Well, let's keep saving for it. Huh, can sell this, I suppose. Okay. Tell all your friends about us, because I already told mine. Anyway. I feel like we got off on a weird foot. Volfred? As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time. Then, Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem him worthy by your estimation. The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Tizo, you better be giving me a glowing review. Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. That's good. Remember when I took you so you could go fishing? There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Thanks for putting in a positive review, both of you. I'ma read a book. The Demon. In the words of Gol Golathanian, the Master General. Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Very curious to read a good bit more of this. Or, well, I guess to reread all of it later. I didn't think this game was that long, but the fact that we're still in Chapter 1 has me thinking this might be a longer game than I realized. Or I'm just going through it very slow. Either way, fine by me. Thanks, book. Anywho, we got a right to do. You and your fellow exiles arrive at the sacred rite called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you've not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lusclorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Who's this again? Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Oh, but where are my manners, One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. Love the hair. H. Manly Tinderstaff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now, I'm just whiling away the time making small talk. The Chastity being a triumvirate bent on exploiting the right to gain status in the Commonwealth, led by the sap H. Manly Tinderstaff. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Jodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why, now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky's beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now, come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. Here we go.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far.
Thank you.
But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I'll try. I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jadariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. I'd love to meet your crew.
Let us begin.
Let's... Like, it's tough to make choices as to who our little team should be, and getting tougher with every passing round, the more people we accrue, but let's, I like adopting the system of whoever needs the experience gain the most, whoever's the furthest behind. So it's looking like Shay. I don't know what the green bar means. Yeah, because like we've got a green number up there, like with Hope, which is I guess a stat boost gained for. I'm thinking stat boost gained from equipment and possibly just other stuff we've done around. But yeah, I wonder what the green means. Anyway, Gilman, you and Shay and Pamitha. Tizo might also be lower. It's hard to tell. There's green.
Shay.
Chiru-sama?
And you.
Sir Gilman.
And you.
Pamitha.
Sarah.
Speedy
It is
team.
done.
You can count on me, reader darling. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, come along. Let's give the stars a show. I'll try. I wonder how saps fight. Oh. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit my equal and is poised to guarantee the Tenderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. I must... Please introduce me to Humboldt Manley Jr., Manley's sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. Pretty good. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. Can he be quiet now so we can do this right, maybe? This night, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this, good Shay. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manley. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well. It's good to know. I need that to happen.
Manley and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader.
Gotcha.
There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he
Too slow.
himself.
Gotcha.
Engulfed within the order.
I'm a fly now. Hee
Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
Oh, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Oh.
Your adversary Manley
Tricky playing field we got this time.
in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of
Run!
his Commonwealth estate.
Haha.
Sputters.
Way to go, Shay. Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner. Boy, it really is kind of ramping up a little bit, isn't it? And now I fly! See ya!
Brilliantly done.
Thank you. You're getting so much nicer lately. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Hey, Woods, can you maybe let us finish the match first, please?
The orb is up.
All right. Yep. Scoot. Good job, Gilman. All right, you Nightwings. I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things. I'm glad we feel similarly about the plants. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. It's getting really constrained in here. Mine. Nope, couldn't sink past. Really glad I got Pamitha here, though. Flying is, I think, going to help a lot with getting through here. Flying! No, you jumped. Dang.
Both banished.
Yipes. They're playing such good defense right now. Gotcha. Ah, so fast. Ah, so fast. Guys, respawn quick. Ah. Fine, you can have some points. Okay, but now we have the advantage in numbers.
Glorious.
Or had.
End of the ceremony.
Go. Yeah.
And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail.
Thank you, I know.
And what a crushing victory it was. The right is done.
I knew we could prevail. Though Mr. Tinderstoff there, I think he's really upset now. That ought to wipe that smug look off of that sap's face. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
What a stuck-up
The
tree.
moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe? What can we get you now? Shay flings the orb faster and farther than usual. Saluting. I'm just never going to remember to do it. Well, let's grab it and see if it helps to remember. Almost. So close. Well, good job, team.
Until the stars align.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After defeating the Chastity in a decisive victory, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more, you look toward the heavens. And when we return next time, we go, oof, boy, this one does look fancy, huh? Solium, the Golden Star. Can't wait. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time for Northernmost Fancy Star. Goodbye.